Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Easy Mode. Let's continue into the Tomb of the Giants. A fairly nasty place. For a few reasons. And those back there, you can just see it in the distance. That's the main reason why this place is so nasty. I can just about one-hit kill it, but that's a... I don't know, I refer to them as zombie dogs, skeleton dogs. Well, skeleton dogs. At some point I'll see if I can get a better view of one of them. But they are very, very powerful. They are quick, relentless, and do a lot of damage. They can break your guard very, very easily and just dish out a ton of damage. They are not to be taken lightly, so yeah, really, really be careful. Now the reason I'm waiting here is because there is a Black Knight, and I believe he should have aggroed onto me already. Yes. And I'm going to fight him back here where there's a little more space. And chain backstabbing still works wonders for these guys. He could also drop a Black Knight halberd. In this case he didn't, but you know, he could. Now there's another dog right there. But if you move just like this, you can avoid it. And we have the soul of a brave warrior. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. They started doing something very noisy on the construction side. Probably blowing up the universe or something. I mean, I complain just because it inconveniences me. It's they're not louder than they have to be, I guess. And let's hop down here. Nothing along this way, I believe. I was running some errands just now because I couldn't do any more recording in that volume, so it's been about half an hour and I am a bit out of breath. Okay, you can... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that was not as smooth as I had hoped it might be. I think there might be more than just that one dog over there, so... Okay, let's try this. Nope. I definitely want to do that jump though, to get that item. Shit. Whew. Sorry. I know it's not much of a swear word, but I'd still like to keep my videos somewhat clean of them. Yeah, I thought I just successfully killed the dog and then hopped to my death, which would have been a bit embarrassing. Yeah, I'll drink up. My videos are definitely not, you know, suitable for children, and I'm not going for that. But I just find mindless swearing to be a bit, I don't know, easy, silly. It's not funny, I guess. I mean, if I say fuck on occasion, or shit, or blech, or whatever, then I try to keep that to an appropriate level. I know there's people who will just laugh as long as you say titties. But I am not going for that particular audience, so yeah. I believe that the content I produce is on a mature level. But that also means that I have reached the amount of maturity where I no longer find it funny to use swear words. It's just... yeah, I might use them on occasion. And my audience should be expecting that. But I don't want to just mindlessly swear for the sake of it. Okay, I know this jump is possible, by the way. There we go. I grab this item and I leg it. Don't think any more will follow. I think those two are the only ones. And what I've just gotten is the covetous silver serpent ring, which I will actually be equipping momentarily. Okay, you can go. And the gold serpent ring boosts item discovery. The silver serpent ring boosts the souls I get from killing stuff, including bosses. So, a very, very nice item to have. And yeah, I wanted to actually show you one thing. I'll have to unequip this and switch to the skull lantern quickly. There we go. So if I block with this, I get light. And also, something that I don't get from the sunlight maggot, these blue glowing circles here. Or spheres, or whatever you want to call them. And these guide your way through the place. So essentially, to get through, you can use the sunlight, you can use the sunlight maggot to just go through. Alternatively, the lantern will actually guide you. So you just follow the blue lights and it'll take you here. Now this is the point where it's no longer really that dark, right after this section. So this is where the blue lights stop. I just wanted to quickly show you that they exist. And re-equip my maggot, of course. Because it's, to my mind, by far the most convenient light source, because it replaces your helmet. There might be other options that you like on your helmet, but you can still block, and you don't need to continuously cast a spell, which eventually runs out of casts. And there's no way to replenish casts except for resting at a bonfire, which will also make all the enemies come back. Instantly, if you're human, this is where Paladin Leroy will invade you. And you can kill him and get the Grant and Sanctus, which are his weapons. Grant is his hammer, which is a very, very heavy hammer. It requires 50 strength and 30 faith. And Sanctus is his shield, which has a very slow health regeneration effect. Okay, now let's move along. There will be a bone thing coming out of the ground right here. And then as you move forward again, there will be one popping up behind and one in front. And there's also someone firing arrows at you. Okay, I thought I was safe here. Apparently not. Shrink up. And this bone, I don't know, pillar thing disappears. Be aware, by the way, there's a melee guy as well. You can kill them, or you can run past. I choose running past, as you can see. Then I go right here for the soul of a hero. Get off my bar. Now there's something very annoying here, which are these skeleton babies. They inflict toxin and are fairly tedious. And they respawn indefinitely. They are a good place to farm humanity, but I would recommend killing the boss first. Okay, I'm waiting until this guy here has dropped his fireball. Whoa, 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 don't just... That's a problem with the auto-targeting, it sometimes messes up your camera. in ways you don't enjoy. Okay. There's some treasure hidden around this place, but mostly they're white chunks and a white slab. So I don't really care about those. And by the way, these guys here can drop white titanite slabs. So if you need to upgrade your weapon to divine or occult maximum level, then that would be the place to go. Okay. Right. The Mask of the Child. I don't think I spoke about that when I got it. There's 3 masks in the game. And there's lore reasons for that I won't go into. There's the Mask of the Father, the Mask of the Mother, and the Mask of the Child. And when you kill Pinwheel, the boss, he drops one of the masks, but it's random which one. The Mask of the Father, I believe, gives you a 5% boost to your equip burden, which is fairly useless. The Mask of the Mother gives you a bit of health, I think, which is also fairly useless. The Mask of the Child gives you increased stamina regeneration, which is very useful. So really that's the one you want. If you didn't get the one you want, you can either farm these guys. These, you know, the guys that look like Pinwheel. And they can drop masks. Again, they can drop randomly. So you might have to farm a bit before you get the one you want. Or, once you're done with this area, you can go back to Firelink and Patches, the guy who kicked you into the pit. He will be there as a merchant and he sells all the masks. So you're guaranteed to get the one you want then. I got lucky and got the Mask of the Child, so I'm equipping that now because I don't need the light source right now. And then I'm kind of low on on healing items. Let's see, I definitely want the Divine Club, and I'm also messing up the menuing like, well, like a very bad menuer. So I'm also equipping the Humanity for a backup heal. Okay, and we want to start with the occult, the Divine Club, or any divine weapon, I would suggest. If you're not running a faith build, the way it works is, I'm just telling you this now before I go into the boss fight, I kind of forgot earlier. You can make divine weapons at Andre, the blacksmith, the one who also makes your weapons +10 and +15. Or who allows you to go from +5 to +6 and from +10 to 11, to be more precise. And he can also make divine weapons if you've gotten the Divine Ember, which you get after the Moonlight Butterfly, which I believe I've shown. I think I did. So once you've done that, if I haven't shown you the Moonlight Butterfly, bear with me, I will. Yeah, but once you've done that, you can make weapons divine. And what that means is they get a faith scaling, so it's good if you're running a faith build. And they lose, or their normal scaling gets decreased. For non-faith builds, that's obviously very bad. Because, well, you don't get an advantage of the faith scaling and the other scaling gets weaker, so it's not exactly ideal. If you're running a dexterity build, there's a specific weapon called the Silver Knight Spear, which is a very good dexterity, or a fairly good dexterity weapon, put it that way, which drops somewhat rarely from the Silver Knights in Anor Londo. And that also has the divine attribute. But if you aren't running a dex build, then that spear is not going to be much better than any divine weapon. So I would suggest just either getting a weapon you like and make that divine, or just get the Occult Club and just do that. It does enough damage, at least in new game, so you can handle it. The reason you want it for this fight is that there's a few skeletons which would otherwise be respawning and be a bit of a hassle. So I'm going to drop down here, take a bunch of fall damage, get a cutscene. I still don't like how they force you to take fall damage here. But this is where the boss gets introduced. I don't know, have I been skipping cutscenes or not? It's been too long. I know I've skipped some so far in this, since I started recording again, and I've not skipped others. I'm just not going to skip this one. I really quite like this boss. Not necessarily his design, he's got good lore, and I don't know, I think he's well designed. Okay, now I want to be listening for a scream. But yeah, and I should mention, I now have the shield that increases stamina regeneration and the helmet, they stack. No! Damn it. That's the scream I meant to be listening out for. Okay, that's the skeleton's dead. It's me switching to humanities. Okay, that's the bit where you want to be running away. Aside from that, it's not a very difficult fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just run away when he charges up that AoE. And try to time your dodge rolling when he screams. Because that sword is arena-wide. He can hit you pretty much anywhere. And now he's dead. It's not a very difficult fight once you've gotten the occult weapon, or a divine weapon. Not occult, occult doesn't work. Scratch that, just divine. You can check when you equip the weapon. You can see under Orcs effects, right at the bottom of the left side of the sort of weapon sheet, I guess. It says Orcs effect. The first is bleeding, doesn't matter. Second is poison, doesn't matter. The third, that's the one that matters. Divine, 110. The value of the divine doesn't really matter as long as there's a number there. That means that you're going to be able to permanently kill skeletons that would otherwise be permanently reviving. So bear that in mind. It's very, very helpful because these 3 small skeletons that I just permanently killed at the beginning of the fight, they otherwise keep coming back and keep being a hassle. Now he kills them with his attacks as well. He doesn't target them, but they get caught in the crossfire all the time. And that does kill them, but they keep coming back. So using a divine weapon, you can completely bypass that issue. And then I would also suggest you avoid going to the back of the arena, because as you can see from these leftovers here, there's, I think, 3, maybe just 2 big skeletons. I'm not sure if those constantly respawn. To be honest, I have never faced them, because I've never gone to that back part of the arena. But you can just fight in the place where I fought him roughly, and really just take swings at him. He misses a lot with his attacks. They keep going over your head. It's actually not that easy to be hit by them. I think I only dodged 1 attack properly, and everything else I just kind of stuck close to him, and he just keeps swinging over your head. It's not difficult. And then you just keep hitting him, and when he charges up his blast, you run away. I believe the blast is magic damage, so if you want to block it, use your strongest magic shield, but it is a decently powerful attack, so be aware of that. And then when you're done with that, you can go to this bonfire. The skeletons all permanently die once you defeat the boss, by the way. And at this bonfire, we can level up. Okay, endurance is there. Strength, I don't think I really need much more. I could technically go higher, but I'm not too fussed about it. I think it's pretty much time to increase vitality. Yeah, might as well. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it for the episode. Yeah, I think that's a good point to end it. That's 3 of the 4 Lord Souls acquired. I'm just quickly going into a slight bit of lore. Well, not really, actually. So we've gotten the Lord Soul of Nito, the first of the dead. That's one of the ones that's actually from the intro cinematic. I don't think I skipped that this playthrough. Maybe I did. You can find it online anyway. We've got the Soul of the Bed of Chaos, Mother of Demons, which was originally the soul of the Witch of Izalith. And we've got the bequeathed, wow, THs are very difficult for Germans, I just want to point that out. Lord Soul Shard, which is the soul of Seath the Scaleless, and that was given to him by Lord Gwyn as a reward for his services when he betrayed the dragon's secret of immortality to Gwyn in the Dragon War, which allowed Gwyn and his fellow knights and lords to defeat the dragons. And the final Lord Soul that we're missing is also a bequeathed Lord Soul Shard, which is the soul that Gwyn, or the Soul Shard rather, that Gwyn gave to the 4 kings of New Londo, not Anor Londo, New Londo, who then turned very evil and sinister and brought darkness into the world, and yeah, not the good guys, basically. But yeah, that's the one we would be getting next, but actually I will probably be doing the DLC first. I believe I've got the broken pendant. I do. So we'll probably be heading there next. Now, I guess let me know in the comments to this video, do you want to see the entirety of the DLC? There's some tricks there to be shown, but I think nothing spectacular. Yeah, I guess just let me know. Anyway, I hope that was it. Wait, no. That was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Wow, I'm rambling. And I hope you found some helpful hints here. I know people are struggling with Nito on occasion, so just doing what I did will make it a lot easier, even if your weapon's not as powerful. It's just use a divine weapon to kill the skeletons, and then just keep swinging at him, and when he charges up his AoE, leg it. It has decent range, but it's not impossible to dodge, as you saw. To avoid. You don't dodge it, you just avoid it. I don't think you can dodge it. Now, anyway, that's it from me. Goodbye.